Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, basically, this is my first video and we'll be talking about brain damage. So, to start off with, we'll be talking about what is brain damage. What is brain damage? It happens when a brain cell gets hurt or die. It can affect how we think, remember, move, or even how we feel emotions. It can heal over time or it can be permanent. Sometimes the cause of brain damage is also cause of injuries, diseases, or poisons. There are six types of brain damages. First is brain tumor, second cerebrovascular disorder, then closed head injury, then infections of the brain and neurotoxins and genetic factors. So we will be talking about this in the further video. So let's start with it. So to talk about brain tumor, it is a mass of cell which is grown in the brain or in any part of the body which is later passed on to the brain. As a result, they can particularly be easy to identify on CT scan. They can influence the function of the brain only by the pressure they exert on the surroundings. Some tumors are removable with little risk, and some are difficult to remove them completely, or and any cancerous tissues that remain after surgery continues to grow. Cerebrovascular disorder, which is the cause of the strokes. There are two types: cerebral hemorrhage and cerebral ischemia. Bleeding in the brain is known as cerebral hemorrhage. When a blood vessel ruptures, the blood seeps into the brain. Bursting of aneurysm are a common cause of intracranial hemorrhage. Aneurysm is a pathological balloon-like dilation that forms in the wall of an artery at a point where the elasticity of the artery wall is defective. Although it is problematic, it can occur in any part of the body. It can be congenital, present at birth, or it can result from exposure to vascular poisons or infection. People with such problem should make every effort to avoid high blood pressure and any stressor activity such as weightlifting. Cerebral ischemia is basically disruption of the blood supply to the area of the brain. There are three types: thrombosis, embolism, and arteriosclerosis. So, first one is thrombolysis, which blocks the blood flow at the site of the formation. It can be composed of blood clot, fat, oil, or an air bubble, or tumor cells, or any combination of the four. Embolism is basically similar to embolysis, but in this case, the blood is carried from larger vessel to a smaller vessel, where the blood vessel is larger to be carried, the blood is later blocked in the way. And the third one is arteriosclerosis. When the wall of the blood vessel thickens, the channels narrow, usually as a result of fat deposits. This narrowing can eventually lead to a complete blockage of the blood vessel. Well, closed head injuries is a head injury where the skull is not broken, but the brain gets damaged within inside. Common in car accidents, falls, or sports injuries. Types of injuries: concussion, contusion, and traumatic brain injury. Concussion is a mild injury that can cause dizziness and memory problems, and it lasts only for a few minutes. Contusion is a bruise on the brain. Traumatic brain injury is a more serious injury that can cause long term problems. The effects that are headaches, trouble thinking, remembering things, mood changes, in severe cases, coma or permanent damage. Infections of the brain. What are brain infections? Diseases caused by bacteria or virus that attack the brain. Well, there are common types are meningitis and encephalitis. Meningitis are the infections of the protective layer around the brain. Encephalitis is infection that causes swelling in the brain. The effects of the brain infections are fever, headaches, confusion, and difficulty thinking. Seizures. In several cases, it can be life threatening also. These can be caused by germs which can enter the brain through the blood, injuries, or infection in any other part of the body. Neurotoxins, poisonous substances that harm the brain. What are neurotoxins? Harmful substances that damage brain cells. Common neurotoxins are lead and mercury, found in old paints, polluted water, and some seafood. Alcohol and drugs. Excessive drinking and drug use can damage brain cells. Pesticides. Chemicals used in farming that can affect the brain if inhaled or consumed. The effects of neurotoxins are memory loss, difficulty learning, muscle weakness, and movement problems. Mood changes like depression and aggression. In several cases, permanent brain damages. Genetic factors. What are genetic factors? Brain damage can be caused by diseases inherited from the parents. Examples of genetic brain disorders are Alzheimer's disease. Causes memory loss and confusion usually in older people. Huntington's diseases affects movements, thinking and emotions. Down syndrome affects learning and development. Effects of genetic brain disorders are trouble remembering things, difficulty controlling movements, mood and behavior changes. Can genetic brain disorders be prevented? No. But early treatment and healthy lifestyle can help manage symptoms. And that's it. And thank you very much. Please continue watching for further videos.